Inside Foos presents FoosTalk Live.
What's up, Doc? Are you sitting on a tack or something? I'm the Easter rabbit, and I'm supposed to be happy and gay when I deliver the eggs. But my feet are killing me. Well, I'm not doing anything. I'll deliver the Technicolor and fruit for you. I don't think you can do it. Don't worry, Doc. I'll be okay. Well, remember, keep smiling. Every year I get some dumb bunny to do my work for me.
It's FoosTalk Live.
You talking to me?
Compelling and lively banter.
Are you going to talk to us?
Talking foosball.
Foosball was how I measured my value as a man. You took that away.
Players and fans, promoters and pros. Unedited and raw.
Talk.
Living in the moment.
We have a lot of important things to talk about.
All while practicing social distancing.
Cool. We'll talk. No big whoop.
Let's get this thing started. FoosTalk Live.
I want these eggs. I want these eggs. I want these eggs. I want to. Why, you little.
Happy Easter from all of us here at FoosTalk Live. This is our 105th episode, brought to you by InsideFoos.com, offering monthly subscriptions with access to some of the most exciting matches ever recorded, plus live tournaments, pre- and post-show analysis, interviews, and original programming. Sign up now at InsideFoos.com. Also brought to you by ProtectoFlex, the world's premier foosball safety accessory. Go to protecto-flex.com. Brought to you by Rod Lock. Practice more, reach less. The best practice tool in foosball. Visit rod-lock.com. Brought to you by 518 Prints, one of the best printers of promotional items and foosball apparel. Visit 518prints.com. Brought to you by Foosballers, the movie. This Joe Hessling of Foosball documentary is now available as a worldwide download at foosballersthemovie.com. Also brought to you by the USTSO, helping to usher in a new era of competitive foosball. Become a member at usafoosball.com. And brought to you by Foosball Clubs USA, promoting foosball through school systems all over the United States. Make a donation today at foosballclubsusa.com. Well, here's hoping the Easter Bunny made it to your front door today. Hey there, it's Tom Robinson, and we are set to go for episode 105. First of all, we want to thank Jim Stevens for observing the holiday properly with his family and not with us. So Jim is not able to make it tonight, nor is Mark Torres, who is also observing the holiday with his family. So I hope they're enjoying the holiday. But in the meantime, this us diehards here, myself, and of course Adam Gilson, who I thought would be smoking a ham today, is with us. Adam, what's up with that?
Well, I am staying away from my family right now because I got COVID.
Oh,
so I'm just kind of hanging out in my But that's not even the big news. The big news is that intro, Tom. That was beautiful. It was good stuff, Tom.
Oh, well,
that's why
thanks.
I show up here on Sundays.
It's one of my faves when it comes to Easter. You know, that goes back to what, 1949, I think. Or 40.
I didn't know they made those kind of things in 49.
Yeah, no, they were really reverent. And by the way, without getting too much into it, the Bugs Bunny in the very beginning is reading a book, and the title of the book is How to Multiply. So a little bit of
well, that's ironically that's the most subtle part about that whole bit, because that was good stuff.
Yeah. So at any rate, I would be remiss if I were not to say that we're doing this, of course, with the technical know-how and prowess and expertise of our statistician and world champion foosball player. Of course, we want to welcome Clay Toomey to the show. Hello, Clay.
Are you implying that I am not celebrating the holiday properly?
Oh,
since I am not with my
at
family?
all. I thought, Mark and Jim could do it for us. So, yeah, I think we're good with that. Yeah?
All right.
I think it's rookies world champion, by the way. I never actually won a world championship.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the one thing that I got. I have one up on Mark because he claims the the amateur doubles world champion from I think 1990,
Mm-hmm.
and I got one better than him, and I have the rookie doubles world champion, from 20 something.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Clay, he could have had a pro doubles world's pro. Oh my gosh, a pro doubles world's title, but I dipped him.
Oh, you did it to
back
him
in 2005. Yeah.
Oh, got
Who
it.
was he playing with? Well, I didn't know this.
Yeah, he was playing with Eric Dunn, and so me and Rob Atha teamed up for that.
Oh, you and Rob Atha? No kidding.
Yeah. Rob was a pro in 05?
Yeah.
Dang.
Interesting.
Well,
that was
today I learned.
And he was playing nets, and I was playing front. Anyways, long story longer. Mark doesn't get to claim that.
Cool.
There you go. Well, you did something you can be proud of right there. Absolutely.
Every single night before I go to bed, I look at that trophy and I laugh that Mark doesn't have it.
I would too. Can we get that trophy on the show next week?
Yeah, that could be the
Let's
special
do
guest.
that.
Dan Kaiser is supposed to be on next week, but you know what? I'm going to tell him the trophy's up.
Right.
Cool.
Right. No, it's we're being very irreverent this week. I grant that. It just working. We shouldn't be working, but we're doing it. It's just we can't stay away. And by the way, Adam, we wanted to get some retrospective as to what the Hall of Fame Classic was like for you. Although describing the wallpaper and the bed in your hotel room probably wouldn't be as exciting as the matches. Did you get a chance to see any matches at all?
Yeah, no. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was there.
Okay.
And we did our Twitch stream on Saturday. I got to go to the Hall of Fame dinner.
Ooh.
I was Jim's +1, and
nice.
that was it was wild. I don't know if wild's the right word, but it was definitely very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it. Everything's just really foggy. I think it.
Any good IPAs that you can mention?
Yes, but I don't remember them.
Oh, okay.
What's so special about the Hall of Fame dinner?
Well, you get to talk to all these folks, and what do you call it? What's the opposite of stigma?
Are we going to be doing your part of the conversation tonight too? Is that how this is going to work? You're just here to say things, and we finish your sentence.
You got the Venmo.
Okay.
No, the point is that you get to see all these people that you've all been, at least me, because I'm a huge foosball dork, and I love the sport, and I love the foosball family and everything. And these people that have reached these pinnacles of foosball, will order their steak well done or get ketchup.
Oh.
And you're like, what the hell is wrong with you? But we're all humans, I guess. So
right.
I know it's a subtle thing, but that's the thing that got me. And I'm not going to say who's who there, but some people put ketchup on their chicken. Just saying.
Get out of here.
No. Here's the thing. You know what? I don't know who that is, so I'm not defending anybody in particular. But if you want to, there is no correct way to eat food. If you put it in your mouth and it makes you happy, then you did it right. And maybe that's not always about food as well.
Touché.
But I'm just saying.
Counterpoint. That's evil.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to eat ketchup, if you want to dip your steak in ranch and it makes you happy,
there's nothing wrong with that,
right?
There's nothing. Yeah, it's questionable. I will judge you, but at the same time,
I would question peanut butter with your fries. Definitely question.
I know people who put peanut butter on steak too, man.
Get out.
I'm a big fan, and I don't mean to derail everything, but I'm a big fan of dipping my French fries in the milkshake.
Oh,
dude, I went to Wendy's one time and I ordered two things. I ordered a large order of fries and a large Frosty. And
there you go.
The girl working the drive-thru said, "Okay, would you like any dipping sauce for your fries?" I said, "What the hell you think I ordered the Frosty for?"
It's in the cup.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, I gotta say the action last week at Hall of Fame Classic sounded amazing. And so Adam, just give us a quick idea. What was your favorite match that you got a chance to see live?
I think one of the coolest matches that I saw live, just because of the story behind it, was open doubles, and it was Sven. He's a Danish player, and I cannot remember his last name. First name was Sven. Thank you. Yeah, but played with Sullivan Rue.
Okay.
And they played Terry Rue and Shannon Coley in open doubles. And that was just, it was the question that I had with Jim beforehand. Actually, Jim was saying, what do you do when you play your daughter in an open event like that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's me, I'm going to do everything I can to crush them. Just
Okay.
destroy
Smash the
it
guys.
because
Try to make it
so-
15-0 if you can.
Yep.
yeah, seriously, I want to win by 7 each game, right? Because that's I think the best thing you could do. And this is the cool thing, and I knew that was going to be the case because the second Terry got the ball up there, and the first shot he did on Sully, there was so much recoil, you would think that the guy was going to go off into space. It was
Wow.
awesome.
No kidding.
He wasn't there to mess around.
Good for him.
And a yell to go with it, by the way.
Yeah, and
A
he leapt
yell.
back from the table. So
Yeah.
he was not there to mess around.
I love that. No, it's no
Called being
mercy.
a good father.
Yeah.
Yep.
And making her work for the victory. If there is one. Right, that's a good philosophy. I think. Now we see this a lot here in the local 518 with Nino Dijon and his son Sam. They go against each other a lot, on Friday nights, and it's fascinating because Nino knows his MO, his modus operandi. So the rest of us can't get in Sammy's way. So if Nino's in the goal and Sammy's shooting against his dad, it's different, and. Of course, it's he's not giving him an inch because he wants to make sure that he's on his game. Makes sense.
It could also be that Sam just doesn't want to score on his dad because he knows that's where his groceries are,
Yeah,
and he wants to eat that week. So don't slingshot the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow,
Oof.
That's a bumper sticker right there,
There
Clay.
you go.
I'm full of them, dude.
No
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt. Wow.
Another really good match, just real quick to watch. If there was an open doubles match, and I didn't commentate this because I was not there, but it was Moreland and Park versus Robertson and Moore, and it was really, really good match. It was a hotly contested match, and one of the best parts about watching that match was how Brandon Moreland just came back after there was some weird thing about a timeout. Was there a timeout? Whatever. But after that, Moreland came back and just took control, just dominated the rest of the match.
Right.
And I believe it was, I think it went into overtime, obviously in the 5th. So that was a heck of a match too.
Oh yeah, and they made it all the way back into the finals, correct?
Moreland and Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
Yeah. No, they played well.
Yeah.
They played really well.
Oh, fantastic. No, some great action going on. I do have to say that during last week, when Clay and I were manning the ship here, we were talking about all the results of the other matches that had ended before the show aired last week. So we went through the list of all the different players and who did what, and really had some great results. And Clay was great because he knew a lot of the players and was able to fill in the details. Although there was a moment in my shall we say ignorance when I was reading some results of a match. I believe it was amateur singles, and I misspoke. So I just wanted to give you a quick update as to how that went. We have a clip. We'll play the clip, and then we'll talk to the person who probably should have taken offense. But anyway, hold on one second here while we get this started. How about amateur singles? It was Micah McKinnon of Utah took out Colleen Cole of California for amateur singles. And amateur doubles.
That's Collen Cole, by the way, just in case he hears this.
Oh, Collen. It's spelled Colleen on the
Colleen.
yeah, it's on the system here. It's spelled Colleen. I was like, I couldn't find that name in the system. So Collen.
How many E's are in that? How many E's are in your system, Tom?
Well, it's here on the
2 L's, but there's one E, right?
I think so. And it must be. It's probably my eyes that got that one. But sorry, Collen. Sorry, dude. You're not the Irish lass we thought you were.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring.
And of course, with that, we do want to bring Collen. That's the name, Collen Cole, on to FoosTalk Live. I want to take the time to fall on my knife here because that was my fault. I messed that up. So Collen, are you with us? Can you hear us?
I'm with you guys. Can you hear me?
You're in Costa Mesa, California. Is that correct?
I used to be in Costa Mesa. I actually live in Fullerton, California now.
Oh, gotcha. How far are you from Adam, by the way?
From Adam? I don't know. I've never been out to Adams. What is it, Ventura?
Ventura.
Yeah, it's Ventura.
Ventura,
Yeah.
yes.
It's I don't know. I'd say like an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Is that about right?
About anywhere from an hour and a half to about 7 days.
Yeah. Depending on traffic.
Depending on traffic, yeah.
So getting back to what my faux pas here, or
Yeah.
my foobar. So yeah, what I gotta say, first of all, you did hear it. So, and you said something about this being your favorite podcast about foosball.
I did hear it, and
It used to be.
well, yeah, it still was my favorite podcast. I mean, definitely about foosball, but favorite podcast in general. Honestly, like I love listening to you guys. I tune in every Sunday. So
cool, awesome.
Awesome.
Well,
More
that's
about that, if you don't mind. Actually, tell us how great it is here. Thank you.
We're soaking it up. We're soaking it up. No, it's so give us a bit of a background. I mean, your name is spelled Collen.
Collen.
Yes.
And I think I don't know exactly what it is, but I think the E is just deceiving to the I at first, especially if you see it next to my last name.
Right.
It's like you read that one E and you really want to see another E there because there's not very many Collins spelled with one E.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just one E. So when you do that double take, when you look back at the page, it's one E, and I think almost everyone feels kind of dumb after they read it the first time wrong. So honestly, Tom, I wouldn't feel too bad. I mean,
okay,
most people read it wrong. Like that's, like I said, 80% of people read it wrong.
So
I'm used to it at this point.
You're trying to let me off the hook here.
Yeah.
Now, last week there were two people on the show, and one of them immediately said, "Wait a second, that's not how that's said."
Who did that?
Well, you heard it in the clip right there.
Right.
Was it you, Clay?
You didn't hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. No, you were really fast.
Yeah, there was not a chance he was getting away with saying that wrong.
But Clay, don't you think you have like uncanny phonetic abilities? Like you're just good at that stuff naturally.
Right? I think it's not just that, it's everything basically. I'm good at everything that I do, and I don't do anything unless I'm good at it.
See?
So, I mean, yeah, I'm just basically amazing, but this is not about me. This is about Tom.
But also, like, Tom's not used to this kind of stuff, right? Like, he hasn't been doing this for like a long time or anything, right?
Definitely not with me next to him. That's for sure.
I just got out of broadcast school last week, so it's kind of like my first gig.
Yeah, he's only been talking. He's only been talking for a living for 50 years. So.
40 years.
40. Collen, I'm curious.
That he has the most legit resume of anybody I know. By the way,
the spelling, the way that I see Collen spelled normally is Collin. Which is
right.
What, Irish, Scottish, whatever.
It's Irish, yeah.
It's Irish. Yep. So what? I mean, are you Irish? Like, what? Where does that background come from? Like, because I'm just curious. Or did your folks just want to kind of change it up a little bit?
I am Irish mostly, but I think that's the whole idea. Was the alliteration of Collen Cole. It kind of rolls off the tongue, but also the letters. Because my last name is Cole, and so I think. I've actually asked them this, and they don't have a good answer for me. Really, they don't know what they're thinking. But both of them give me the same answer. Like I don't know, it just sounded good. But I like to think that they saw it on paper and they liked that all the same letters are the same, and it kind of looks cool. So that's cool. That's my hypothesis.
So
my birth name is actually Toomey Toom. So that's
Toomey Toom.
Yeah. You were what were you asking, Adam? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm still coping with Toomey Toom. The follow-up question was, what is the worst version of your name pronunciation you've ever heard?
Well, I mean, Colleen sucks, but I think Collen is probably a little bit worse.
Yeah, Collen.
Being referred to as a large intestine is not the greatest thing to refer to.
You differentiate.
And I don't know how anyone. Yeah, I don't know how anyone gets that out of it. Colleen, I kind of understand because there's an E in there, but Collen is spelled so much differently than I really don't understand that. But you'd be surprised. Like a lot of people do it.
What is up with that, right? Jeez.
I don't know.
So, okay. Now, customarily, I mean, whenever we have a player on, we want to know a bit about you and your foosball game. When did you first see a table? How old were you, and what got you into competing?
Oh man. So the first time I played, I was 12. First time I saw a table, I was 12. But you know what? I think I'll save that story for my shooting the shot episode with Clay.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll save that for later. and we could just kind of get to, like, I don't know, maybe the tournament this weekend.
Sure.
Folks, this is called brand management. This is a master class in brand management. I love it.
Yeah, I don't
I
think he knows that there's those people that are on Shooting the Shot. They actually pay me $200 to be on the show.
Oops.
So
wait, how much dollars? How much?
all the dollars.
All
all the
All the
dollars.
dollars.
Yeah,
Your
200, and
200.
that's if we're at the same place at the same time. If I have to
That's
travel, then
steep. Yeah, Noah didn't.
expenses.
I had a conversation with Noah. He did not tell me he paid you $200.
Why would he?
I
It's
guess
embarrassing.
it
of honor.
sounds much less cool that he paid
Yeah.
you money on the show.
Yeah, it's
I love
200. And
it.
actually, that was just the season 1 fee. I think season 2 is going to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, all
look
right.
out.
Unless you're
Send me
going to
the
be at
season
a.
2 fee, and then I'll work it out.
All right, cool. And
So-
I mean, are you going to be at Oklahoma State next week?
No, I'm not gonna be at Oklahoma.
Like that's this
I'm gonna
week.
I'm gonna try to go to Texas, but
Cool.
Okay.
it's still up in there at this point.
So what was it
Awesome.
like in that final match? The amateur singles. You're up against Micah McKinnon.
Tim Micah is good, man. It was close. We went to the second set. He did beat me 5-1 in the last game, so
Okay.
he got me pretty good. He was on my 5 bar, and typically that's my strongest rod, and he was just kind of all over it. So I had to figure out other ways to score. But yeah, it was close, and I did knock him out of expert singles. So if you really look at it that way, we're 2-2 right now. So
Yes.
next time I meet up with Micah, I'm coming, Micah.
Yeah. Get that, Micah. Did you hear that? You heard it right here on FoosTalk Live. He's coming for you. He's gunning for you. You guys are now officially rivals.
You said
that
you
work?
said you're 1-1 with him.
Oh, damn.
I missed that.
So I've knocked him out of expert singles.
Yeah.
Then he beat me for the king seat match the next morning. And then I played him in the finals, and I won the first set, and he won the second set. So technically, we're 2-2 right now.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
2-2. Okay.
So
I
we're
got you.
2-2, and he did win when it mattered most. He won in the last set, so I'll give him that. But I'm gunning for him for sure.
All right.
And how many
There you
Hall
go.
of Fame classics have you gone to so far?
My very first tournament of all time was 2017
Okay.
Hall of Fame, and so I went to 2018, 2019. So that was my fourth.
Nice. Very cool.
I remember
Yeah.
in 2017 you destroyed the rookie brackets, didn't you?
No, I did okay. It was my very first tournament, so I think I got like 8th in rookie singles or something. But I did pretty good in amateur doubles. I got 4th in amateur doubles.
That's what it was.
Playing
I
goalie.
remember. Yeah, I remember seeing your name. You did really well.
Yeah,
And then in 2018, I got second in pro doubles with Paul Rankin, playing goalie for Paul.
Nice.
That's the one.
And
Against the Costa Ricans at 4 a.m.
against the Costa Ricans, yeah. And I was actually almost mentioned on the very first, I think it was the very first FoosTalk Live or the very first Shooting the Shot with Tony. Either way, you were talking to Tony, Clay, and you guys were talking about how you love how, I don't know, how much how you just wish that the sport would have more cheering and more people go. And like you talked about that match, and then you asked Tony who was in the match, and he didn't recall, and I was pretty bummed. Pretty bummed for a while.
I knew.
No, you didn't either. You said who was that, and you didn't know either.
Well, make
So-
sure that doesn't happen again.
No, look
Clay.
back. Hey, I would remember that. You
Yeah,
go ahead and look back. Check
yeah.
the tapes.
Take your word for it.
I
Take your
didn't
word for it.
forget.
Through a
Maybe
happy
we cut it
accident of your pronunciation of your name, you're now on the map, plain and simple. And of course, don't let us down.
Maybe
now.
Clay mispronounced it this time around, and that's why he cut it out.
I feel like I'm being just like prodded right now. Like, come on, say something. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So
I'm sorry. My bad.
now,
No, you're good. You're good.
what's your scene like in California? Is there a good DYP near you?
Yeah, we have a good scene. Everything got pretty closed down because of COVID. So
Right.
all the businesses that did have tables in them either sold them or just got closed down. And so we've been relying on people just to have us come to their houses like every Saturday and stuff. People like Steve Fujita, Trevor Park.
Mhm.
Trevor Park's been huge throughout the pandemic, kind of letting us come play at his house, keeping it limited,
Oh,
like 10,
nice.
15 players. But yeah, Trevor's been huge, just keeping the scene alive. And it's been people, just getting tables in their house. And
Yep. So,
yeah, that's the scene right now. But we did just get a new spot called Underdogs.
I saw that. Saw that
Shout
online.
out to Noah Rosenstein. He got the tables in there, and we have a new DYP every single Sunday night. So yeah.
Yeah, Noah rocks. He's great. He's part of the Inside Foos
He's
team,
all right.
and yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
He's
All right, hold now. How confident, Colin? How confident are you that you just said his last name right?
Did I say Rosenstein?
I'm just asking how confident you are.
If
You
I
poke me, I'm gonna poke you back now. It's my turn.
Okay. If I said Rosenstein, then I'm very confident I said it right. But if I said Rosenstein, which I might have misspoke because I'm
No,
just
you said Rosenstein, and also it is Rosenstein. And trust
It's
me,
fact.
I know this
Yes.
because every freaking
Hello?
time you're around Noah.
This was a 1v1
Yeah.
and you turned it
He
into a
makes it
2v1,
very
Adam. What are
clear.
you
He makes
doing?
it very clear. I'm very confident. As long as
No,
I said
I'm just-
Stein, then I'm confident.
I'm just more mad at Noah because every time I talk to him, he tells me the story about how his name's pronounced.
Yeah, that's Noah.
it's
At least you don't do that.
it is a curse, right?
I just got ganged up on, Tom. You just sit there and watch that happen.
Dude,
this
is
cold-blooded.
I'm used to just watching Mark fall apart, so this is brand new for me.
Well, I'm glad I could help. I'm glad. You'll be glad to know that I haven't eaten in 7 days. I've only drank water, and I've been blasting the toilet every 30 minutes. Yes, there we go. That's my full-blown Mark.
My gosh, you can close your eyes and it's Mark's right there.
I'm drinking. Here's my La Croix right there, and there we go.
On cue.
On cue.
That's how I roll, dog. Hey, that's how I roll.
Well, I got to say, Colin, we're looking forward to getting a chance to hang out with you in person in the near future. And of course, Texas State is a possibility for you. Anything else this season? What else are you looking at?
I'm looking at maybe Worlds, and I usually head out to Colorado State if I can. I didn't get to go out there last year.
Right.
It's one of my favorite tournaments. So I'll probably go to Colorado, but I've never been to Worlds. And
Is this the remix? What's going on?
Are you still there? Yeah, just a little bit of a signal loss there, Colin.
Can you hear me better now?
There you go.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Very cool.
It's not so much that we can hear you better. It's
What's
just
the
that
last
we
thing
can-
you heard?
Worlds
Worlds and
was the last
Worlds,
clear
yeah.
word.
Okay, yeah, that's the main priority is to get to Worlds this year. Texas is great. I went to Texas last year for the first.
Yeah, Texas is a great tournament. Awesome tournament. This year, of course, May 27th for
Colorado.
Texas
Those
State.
are the three that.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. No, I hope that one of these days either we get a chance to play on the same side of the table or perhaps as opponents in rookies or amateurs, something like that.
Well, I'm an expert now on both.
Oh,
so,
you are? Okay. Never mind.
we won't get to play expert event, and then well, I'll team up with you, Tom. I've never seen you play. I'm sure you've got some kind of game. You're the host of the show, so you got to have some games. So
there's a
Let's
game. It's just not a great one, but it's there.
But Colin, by the way, has got a very good game. He's a very good player.
Who's this speaking? Is this Adam?
It's Adam.
Yeah, it's Adam.
Okay.
I played him a couple times, and you definitely can see if you played more. Because I don't think you. I mean, obviously you're not touring, but if you did, you would be. You'd be a heck of a player. I mean, you are a heck of a player, but you know what I mean. Playing more, going.
I know
more,
exactly what I mean. Yeah, if I was touring a lot, then I think I would definitely be up there in the running. And
very much so,
actually,
yeah.
this time around was the first time I saw my name at the ending brackets of open singles. So that was pretty awesome to see my progression. I mean, it was just 17th, but still, that's pretty cool to look.
Don't sell yourself short.
No,
that's good.
That's great.
I'm curious.
It felt great. You see my name next to all the top 10.
So I mean, I know you have the talent and ability, and you're obviously intelligent. So is it? It's not that foosball is not a priority for you, but is it just well, is it not a priority, or you've got like your work or things like that, schooling or what have you?
Yeah, so I do work a lot. I mean, foosball is kind of a priority to me. So I kind of see foosball it's like my meditation, kind of
right.
Every night when I get home from work, I go to the garage for at least 20 minutes, and I just practice stuff.
Cool.
And 20 minutes to an hour, probably, sometimes a little bit longer. But yeah, it's meditation to me. I just going over the same thing over and over, the same pass over and over, the same shot. and just trying to perfect it, just trying to make my game as good as possible. And it seriously relaxes me. So that's kind of that's where I'm at right now. I wish I could, play foosball full time, but I mean, that's the pipe dream, right? That's what everyone wants.
Right. That's the dream for sure. Yeah. And who knows in the near future when things, hopefully as things change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If it became that, then I would dedicate everything to it. I really would.
Cool.
I love the game so much. I love it more than anything at this point. Like, as far as hobbies or anything like that goes, foosball is my favorite thing. Favorite thing to do.
So I would make this prediction: if they did have a Thunderdome West, like the Thunderdome that they had in Florida State or Florida, if they did that somewhere here, I would say that I would easily put you in the favorites to win.
Ooh.
I mean, thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate that. And I would definitely be there. I wanted to be at the Florida one. I just didn't have the time, didn't have the funds to get out there. Didn't realize it was coming up so quick. But yeah, if they did a West Coast one, I'd definitely be playing in Thunderdome.
I think that's definitely going to be happening. It seems to be catching on. We here in upstate New York, and next weekend in the 518 Foosball Club, we're going to be doing a similar thing to the Thunderdome, but it's a Swiss format, and it's 24 players only. But
nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's to give you guys an update. But so, Colin, I gotta say, man, I stand corrected once again, but now that we've cleared the air and I've pulled the knife out of my gut, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
I look forward to meeting you at whatever next tournament. I'm sure we'll meet each other. Some point this year. So yeah,
absolutely.
Look forward to meeting you, man.
Well, thanks for being on tonight, and we're looking forward to having you back real soon here at FoosTalk Live.
Cool, thank you.
All right, and here
thank
we
you,
go.
Colin.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks so much, man.
When Irish eyes are smiling, short is like a morning spring.
Everybody needs a theme song, don't you think? Everybody needs to. The guests all need to have theme songs.
A leitmotif, and I love it. I'm here for it. Tom, you have a way about you, man.
What would my theme song be?
I don't know, dude.
Ooh.
What would it be?
Let's think. What would it be? What do you want? The first thing that stuck to my head or got hot to my head was Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
There you go.
All right. Is that because you just pretty recently talked about Thunderdome?
No, that's just one of my favorite foosball songs. Like it's probably my second. Tom, that's my second favorite foosball song.
Yes,
right?
That's right. Yeah. It was your second favorite in the list. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Thunderstruck. What else?
What
other options?
That's it.
How about
La Vie en Rose?
Or no, how about ZZ Top? ZZ Top,
a little closer to Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, Rio Grande Mud, something a little Rio Grande Mud, maybe Mexican Blackbird, or how about Tush, something like that.
All right.
This is what we need, Tom. We need to have intro songs going forward for
everybody. Gets an intro. Everybody gets an intro.
Fireworks, sparklers.
There you go. Yeah, some kind of fanfare that would make a huge difference, and the production is easy. We can do that, no question.
It's easy because you're the ultimate pro.
Well,
it's not easy for regular people. There's a reason your nickname is the Ultimate Pro. It's because you say things like these asinine comments, like, "Well, it's really easy." When it's like, spoiler alert, you're the only one doing it. And, you know what I'm saying? So
enchilada. I mean, enchilada. Is that what it is?
No. You said enchilada.
Man, you could have just quit while you were ahead. You could have just said thanks.
I thought
you could have just said thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, enchilada to you too.
Could have just gave me a high five instead. You slapped yourself right in the face.
Yeah, why don't you do your list of fears now, Tom?
Right. Yeah, my top 5 list of fears. Speaking, there's number 1 right there.
I bet Oklahoma's one of them.
Oklahoma. Wow. Why would you say that?
I'm going to start like that.
Hey,
you always start like that, huh?
That's how I roll, man. I love Oklahoma.
We are we are psyched because next weekend, of course, is Oklahoma State. Big time. It's I'm looking. I got to say, Two Gun Promotions, they're doing a whole lot of work when it comes to Oklahoma State. And of course, they're very lucky tonight to have one of those who's quite instrumental when it comes to putting together this amazing tournament. And of course, world champion and Hall of Famer. Let's bring on Tommy Adkisson. Tommy, are you with us?
I'm here.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Did we keep you wrapped in this last segment with Collen?
You did. I actually had the opportunity to play Colin a little bit not too long ago when we were staying over at Trevor's house.
Oh, no
He
kidding.
is he's a good little player.
No doubt. Yeah, it's so funny because when I see his name now from now on, I know better what I need to do. So, and it's something that's going to follow me for the rest of my days. At any rate.
Yeah, I'll get to Clay in a minute.
Yeah.
As I shrivel in my chair.
Right.
I'm sorry. Can I just start saying I'm sorry now?
So, Tommy, what's up, man? We didn't see you for Hall of Fame Classic, but of course, Oklahoma State is next weekend. Are you going to be playing in the tournament as well?
Yes, I will be. I'm playing a couple of events. I'm playing open doubles and open singles.
Nice. Awesome. And how about Kathy? Is she also going to be playing?
She's playing mixed doubles and women's doubles and singles, I think.
Excellent. Very good. We're looking forward to that. So what's happening with the tournament? Are you guys seeing a pretty good registration in advance?
Yeah, we are. I think we're going to have a killer turnout. We got quite a few big names coming.
Nice.
It looks like it's going to be a good tournament.
Yeah. Now, is Magoo's always been the place for you guys?
It has been the place a few times. Not always. We had a Oklahoma State at the Hard Rock Casino one year.
Oh, nice.
It's been 10 years since we've had one.
Oh, it's been 10 years. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Actually, it's been 11 years.
Okay.
2011 was the last one.
Wow. Yeah. So now we're you're putting it back together again, and this of course with some big names. Now, are we talking Tony? Are we talking Ryan? I mean, who's going to be there?
We're talking Tony, Ryan, Blake, Brandon.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah. Kevin Romero.
Oh, well, these guys. Now I've got to ask you the question. When the Costa Ricans first came on the scene, did you expect them to do this well?
How well?
Well, they're nipping it, right? They're nipping at everybody.
Translation: they haven't won anything, Tom.
Well, they're damn close. I mean, they're like last week. We had some pretty close
Brandon
matches.
is doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought that Kevin would be the one to break out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I was wrong.
Right. Now, have you gone to a Costa Rican tournament?
I have not.
Right. That's one of those bucket list things for me as well.
Yeah, I was supposed to go this year and didn't end up going. We'll probably go next year though.
Cool. So, what can our players expect when they head to Magoo's? What's Magoo's like, by the way?
It is a sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
You can expect to wait a while for your drink, if you're drinking. But it's a good venue for foosball. We like it,
Yeah.
It's gonna be packed though.
I can imagine. Now, how many players do you typically accommodate in a place like that?
We had 186 one year there.
Wow.
I think we may have that many or more this year.
Excellent. Very cool. Wow. No, it's interesting how things have transformed. I mean, a lot of state tournaments now are being held in places like hotels. What's the advantage of a place like Magoo's? Do you prefer that?
Well, it's not really what I prefer. Yeah, if you're asking what I prefer, yes, I prefer that environment.
Right.
I know most pro master players, they want to be at a hotel. I'd rather be at a bar.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
That's just me though.
So I'm gonna throw Clay under the bus. What do you think about his jokes about Oklahoma?
Well, that's an Oklahoma, Texas thing.
Is it really?
And I got plenty of jokes that I could tell you.
Oh, please.
Probably not right now though.
Oh no, we got plenty of time. Throw a few out here because
it's only fair.
All mine are inappropriate. But another thing was the song. Now there's no way, Adam, that Clay gets thunderstruck.
Right.
or Welcome to the Jungle. Maybe
No.
Tush by ZZ Top.
Tush, yes.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, so who gets thunderstruck then?
Tony.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. All
And,
right. Tommy has spoken. Clay, no thunderstruck for you.
Yeah. Hey, we agreed though. I was kind of like, I mean, I'm down.
Okay.
I don't know about Tush though, because I'm picking up what Tommy's laying down there, and I'm saying no, not Tush.
Well, it can't be Sharp Dressed Man.
Right. That is actually true. Everything I own is elastic, so
Me
definitely
too,
not
me
a sharp.
Flip flops.
Definitely
and
not a
sandals
sharp dressed
and-
man.
Yeah. And shorts and tank tops, pretty much, right?
Yes. Yeah, no tank tops, but
No
just
tank
t-shirts,
tops.
t-shirts
Okay.
and gym shorts.
All right. By
And
the way,
barefooted most of the time.
when it comes to that kind of attire, you ever heard the term wife beater? You ever heard that referred to?
Yeah, like just the tank top undershirt.
Why
Yeah.
is that considered?
Yep.
Why is that considered a wife beater?
Well, I think because in movies and stuff like that, or like just generally speaking, like people who are like domestically violent, they're portrayed often as just like have
Oh,
a cigarette dangling out of their mouth and a beer in one hand and a fist in the other, and
I got you.
that's what they're wearing. They come home, they take off their shirt, they have their undershirt on, and
Yep.
then they get out of hand, and that's literally wife beater. Yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty close, Slade, but normally that's the case some of the time, but a lot of the time that is their shirt.
oh,
True. That's just, they didn't take their shirt off after work because they don't have a
Because
job.
they're trying to show off all their tattoos,
Yeah,
Damn.
true.
Damn. Oh,
Sure.
well, I mean, I don't know of anybody who plays foosball in a wife beater. Then at least I haven't seen that.
Noah got pretty close a couple times. He's
Oh, okay.
done some sleeveless shirts, I think, and
Yeah, but that
Try-
doesn't count with him though.
I'm trying. Well, yeah,
It's different.
He looks to what is that upper class with that though? You can tell.
Well, Tom, if you come to Oklahoma, you'll see plenty of people playing in wife beaters.
Oh, really?
Nice.
I see. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I feel like that was my line to say. Actually, like that's
it's true. I'm sorry, but I
Now
can't help
Tommy's
it. It's true.
on his own people.
I can think of 3 or 4 right now off the top of my head.
I missed my chance. Hey, Tommy
I
filled in
know.
for me. I
You
appreciate it.
missed it.
oh my God. It's someday you
funny.
guys are gonna have to settle this. I mean, how long has this Texas Oklahoma thing been going on? By the way.
How long have they existed?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is however long they existed is how long it's been going on.
Is it like the Hatfields and McCoys, or are we talking just jibing?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much about. I don't know everything about the Hatfield and McCoys. I know they hate each other. I actually don't hate Oklahoma. I know I've made a lot of jokes, but I love Oklahoma, and I think one of the analogies that I use is like having that little sibling that just kind of gets on your nerves a little bit. Either it's older sibling or younger sibling, but you still love them. Like you just talk trash about them, and you might thump them in the head sometimes, and they might smike you back or whatever. But it's that sibling love.
Understood.
Which is unlike the cousin love of Alabama, which is
Wow.
Or Arkansas.
since I'm
So is Alabama?
Arkansas.
Is that who Oklahoma and Texas trash on? Is Arkansas and Alabama? Is that
Arkansas and
Okay.
Louisiana probably, yeah.
wow?
Jeez.
But Arkansas is
pretty
Arkansas is a really easy punchline for a lot of reasons, yeah.
right. Yeah. Hey, Tommy, I got to ask you a question. This is going all the way back to earlier in the conversation, but you don't, and maybe this is an obvious answer, but you don't consider somebody breaking out until they start winning, right?
Hey,
So
what I consider and what everyone else considers are
I wanna know
probably
what-
different.
I want to know what you
Yeah.
consider, though, Tommy. What do you consider?
Well, I mean, breaking out or coming into their own. There's
Let's hear I don't know.
Ooh,
Your
I like
definition
that.
of that is
I don't think until you've won a few majors or have you arrived.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
and that's coming into your own, or is that breaking out?
I kind of consider those the same thing, really.
Okay.
Breaking out, coming into your own. But Brandon's definitely on the doorstep of that.
Right. Right. No, he it seems, especially because of his speed, and his unpredictability, because he does a lot of, wild things on the table, sometimes successfully, and sometimes I noticed when he was playing Tony Sprademan in open singles last weekend, there was a lot of unpredictable things he was able to pull off at first, but then Tony caught on and started to take away some of those things. Some quick shots, and some. I think he was trying a couple banks every once in a while too. Now, one of the things that I think that would be worth asking about is during the match with Tony and Brandon, there were refs on the table, but there was a moment where Tony was feeling like he should have that Brandon should have been called for a distraction. Now, the situation was Brandon had lifted his left hand and adjusted his goalie, and then came back to the 3-rod where the ball was sitting without taking a timeout, and then just shot without waiting. And Tony, you could see, he kind of had this look on his face like, hey, wait, you can't do that. And the refs didn't call it. So what's your take on something like that?
Okay, so a second is not that long, first of all.
Right.
And it's tough for a judge, unless it's obvious it wasn't a full second.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to take a ball out of the goal?
Right.
Especially in a match like that.
Oh,
and I suggest anybody that gets on refs, they need to do it and experience what it's like to ref. It's not easy.
right.
There's so many things going, especially in a match with two guys like that. It's going so fast to begin with,
Yeah.
and then you got to try to catch everything. It's not an easy job.
Now, Clay and I were talking about it last week, right after it happened, and Clay was saying that the Costa Rican players they just have a different style of play, and that would be something that they would do necessarily that would be more acceptable in their.
I don't know about acceptable. If it's illegal, it's illegal.
Right.
The thing is, the style that they play is not easy for an official to judge.
Right.
There's so much that you got to watch out for. Their style's a little rough.
Okay.
Myself, I dig it. I like that style.
Yeah.
But not everybody does.
Now, if you were the one playing against Brandon and that happened, what would you do? Would you stop the match and talk to the judges, or would you talk to the refs?
If I had a ref at the table,
yeah,
I might say something. Hey, could you watch that? But that would be the end of it. If you got a ref at the table, you got a ref at the table.
Right.
That's their job.
No, I think it happened twice. I don't know if it was in the same game, but it did happen twice, I think, during that match.
It was different sets. Yeah.
Who was the ref?
It was Arthur was on one end and Kraus was on the other. And the thing is the first time, yeah, exactly. And the first time that it happened, it was super clear. I said it as a spectator immediately. Like it was like 0.4 of a second. It was so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not intentional, by the way. Brandon is not a cheater. Like he's not trying to like pull a quick one on Tony. Like it's not one of those kind of things. It's just he's just amped up and in the moment, and he's just doing things quickly. So he adjusts his goalie rods, comes back up and shoots. And it was so easy to call that if you were looking for it at all, then you would have seen it. But like Tommy says, it's hard being a ref in that situation to get with that kind of player on the table. But I mean, Tony didn't miss it,
Now, that being said, Clay, I think Kraus is okay as a ref. He tries to be attentive. Arthur, if you want to know a rule, is great. But as far as to call something in a match, it ain't happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair to say. And it just goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like it's hard to be. Well, first of all, Arthur he'll do time or he'll make calls. He doesn't like to do both. Because it's hard to manage the time and like effectively, and by time I mean like literally just running the watch, so the time on each rod. But it's hard to do that and make calls. I don't know who was doing what, but yeah.
Let's just be
I think that's just
straight,
one of those.
Clay.
What's that?
Let's just be straight. Arthur wants to get paid and watch. He's not going to make no calls.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I actually have a video that I was watching earlier, just going through some clips, looking for something else, and I saw Arthur made a call. It was John Smith. It was at Texas State. It was doubles. It was John Smith and his partner versus Tony Bacon and his partner, and John actually had a pass that was legal from his 5-bar, and Arthur made the call and stood and like quickly made the call, quickly stood by it, and said no, it goes to Tony's 5-bar because that was an illegal pass. And that actually it's a funny clip for a lot of reasons, but
Wow.
yeah. So I've seen him make calls.
He made a call on me at the World the year that we got double dipped by Ryan and Bobby. He made a distraction call on me after I started. I'm like, Bobby lifted up the table. The ball was coming to my 3-bar.
Yeah.
And he picks the table up, and Arthur's on that end.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude. And then he calls a distraction on me. Yeah, so he will make a call once in a while. If he does make a call, it's probably not the right one.
But if you need to know the rules, if you need to know the interpretation of the rules.
If you need to know the interpretation, that's your guy.
Yeah.
Arthur's I don't know. I don't know if he gets caught up in the moment and I don't know what the deal is, but he's usually not going to make any calls. And if he does, they're probably not going to be right.
Interesting. Now, and how
You know,
many?
the funny thing is, though, Tommy, you guys are good friends, though, right?
Yeah, he's staying at my house right now.
I know. That's what I love.
For now. He might not be there when you get back.
Oh, he'll be there. I'm not saying anything to him I wouldn't say to his face.
Of course.
Of course.
Right.
Of course not. No, that's why I just wanted to. Yeah, I just anybody that's listening that doesn't know Tommy, like this is just no, that's legit. Now, I got to ask you something, Tommy, because I know you guys are doing just 2-gun productions. You guys are doing just great stuff out there in Oklahoma, and you're even right now at a tournament or we're running a rookie tournament tonight. Like, what are all the things you all are doing right now?
Oh man, we're doing all kinds of stuff. We're trying to, anyways. We're trying to get it out there. We're trying to get it back here. In Oklahoma. At one time, Oklahoma was a big foosball place.
Right.
It was a hotbed. We're wanting to do that again with it.
Sure.
You got at least 3 or 4 tournaments a week going on?
We have, what do we have, Kathy? Now 5 tournaments a week.
5.
Wow.
We just added another one. Yeah.
That's amazing. So when you have beginners and rookies, how many people show up for those?
Tonight is rookie singles. What do we have? 10 players? We had 10 players tonight.
Nice. Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, what is it that part of the problem we have here in Albany is we've got a decent player base, some experts. We do have a pro in Sam, but oftentimes when we get new people who show up, they want to hang out, they want to play, they want to get into it, but they just never come back because after a couple of weeks of getting their heads pounded in, they're just walking away. What do you do to keep people coming back?
Well, that's what we're working on now. It's the culture. It's a culture thing. When you have top players that aren't willing to help, or you have your player base, there's a bunch of pricks that go, the new guy.
Yeah.
That's going to keep happening.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
And the thing is that was our culture for a while. We have slowly changed that.
How do you change that?
Well, it starts by the promoter.
Okay.
That stuff has to not be acceptable.
Right. Yeah.
And like we have a no pro tournament on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And an hour before the tournament, we do clinics for the new players.
That's great.
And
that's cool.
even some of the experts and pros, if they want to come and they want to ask some things, or they want to know different parts of the game, or some things that they don't know, or they might want to work on. We help them with that too.
Now, do
That's
you
awesome. So
you
go ahead,
participate in
Tom.
that
Go ahead.
yourself? So, Tommy, do you actually jump in and give some lessons?
Yes.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, it's me, Tony, and Kathy.
Wow. I'd pay admission for that. Every time for that.
Yeah, Kathy is better with the newer players than me.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's good with all the way up to about the expert players.
Okay.
We all have our little niche, but we're between the three of us, we take care of it.
Yeah, I was going to say I got to meet Tony. You're of course talking about Tony Owens, and I got to meet him
Yes.
at Hall of Fame. Really nice guy. Really glad to see that he's involved in all that. So the three of you take those different, I don't know, roles in teaching newer players. But it sounds to me, and this is something that I get asked a lot for people that are promoting. Like, is it personality? Is it like what's the key to promoting in locally at least?
Well, first of all, you got to understand that you're not going to make a living promoting foosball.
Mm-hmm.
If that's why you're doing it, um, that's part of the problem.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pick something else.
Mm-hmm.
So once that's been identified, though, and you're going at it, what like the key for success is?
You have to have a love for the game,
Yeah.
and I think that's where I come in a lot.
Yeah.
Is I'm willing to do a lot of things that most people want for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it really helps our scene.
Well, your generosity as a promoter that's obvious, and it's terrific. Quick question for you. I know since the Thunderdome occurred in Florida this last few months, what has been your thought about switching over to, let's say, a Swiss system or something similar to that? Do you have any thoughts about that?
You probably don't want my answer.
Oh, okay, that's
I
fine.
want to hear it.
No, yeah,
I
we
know
want
you
to
don't
hear
like it. What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this once before on your show. But
Right.
I like to know when you're going to play. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there could be a form of it used. But I don't like it as the way it is.
Right. So
Especially for a higher rated player, a master player, you have to go and qualify to be in the tournament. And then if you don't qualify, you're out all your expenses. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
The thing is, whenever I went to Italy, there was some of our guys that didn't even qualify to be in the tournament.
Really?
Now you spend all that money to travel overseas and you don't even get to play in open singles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see your point. No, it's unique.
Yeah.
It's and anything can happen, of course. It just seems
Right. Well, and then if you do qualify, it's single elimination.
right. Right.
Just so you know, there's about 3 or 4 or 5, 10 good players out there.
Now,
So
what we've done here on the East Coast in Albany, we've adopted it for our Friday night DYP. So we have a monster, and it's everybody plays for 7-8 rounds, and usually we have the cream rises to the top, and there's a finals, and we've turned it into a best 2 of 3. So in the finals,
yeah, I think it's fine for a local deal.
yeah,
I just and it's even fine like at the Thunderdome event or an event you're going to knowing that that's what it is.
right.
Yeah, but as far as the whole tour going to that, I don't know.
Yeah, not a major tour stop necessarily.
I think it could be. I think it could be modified, kind of like tennis, where you play into the rounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get to the seeds.
Okay.
There has to be you have to give your elite players something.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Understood.
Or no one ever wants to move up to that level.
Oh, well, so the incentive wouldn't be there to get to the pro master level. Is that what you're trying to say?
Why? Yeah. Why would it? Why would it be? Why is it now?
Right.
You know?
Okay.
You want to pay more and play less events? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. No,
It's a special kind of person that has it in them to want to move up just to compete because they want to be the best.
Yep.
Those are like 1 in 100. You know what I mean? If that.
If that, yeah. Well, like one in 10,000. It seems.
Well, maybe. You know, it takes a special kind of person to do that.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my motivation back in the early 2000s when I was playing, was to just, like, I wasn't making money, obviously, but I just wanted to get better and, beat everybody.
Be the best.
As much as I could. Yeah, but then they had the whole, the points reset happen, and, I was like 5 points away, 10 points away from master. Not that I was technically in my head a master, right? But like at least once I was there, I could like move on to something different. But anyways,
Well,
yeah, there's a whole lot of discussion about that.
And
sorry.
No,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, and because we're on that, you just mentioned points. There's this new committee now of people who are on the points committee. How does that change the formula, or does it?
Oh, wait, is that confirmed, or was that just a post that somebody said we're looking for it? Do they have that?
I don't know. I thought there were several people named to a particular committee that were going to be doing.
I think there is. No, I think there is.
Who are they?
I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah.
She's here now. You want me to find out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find out for you. I'll put it in
the chat.
in the chat or something.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I know that was a desire. That was something that she was going to shoot for, and she posted and asked for people to get on, but I didn't see that anyone had been named, which doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means I didn't see it.
Is this a committee that she's over?
No. I mean, anything IFP she's over. So theoretically, or actually not even theoretically, anything that involves IFP, she's over. But I think that she wanted to be removed from the points process.
Right.
So altogether?
I mean, to the extent that she would have to. I mean, it's the deal, man.
See, that's why you need a separate
yeah,
separate
exactly.
deal.
Right. No, the promoter and the points should not be connected, but the reality,
absolutely not.
The reality here is that they are, and until somebody else changes it, like nobody can force it. She could give it away, and still has the authority to say no, I want it back. It's just like when you're the owner of the restaurant, you can say, okay, you're the kitchen manager, you're the host, whatever, this and that and the other. But at the end of the day, that owner can still go in and say, hey, you're fired, get out.
Okay, what I don't understand, Clay, is how is that? I mean, she owns the points.
She owns the tour, and the tour uses the point system that she bought. So, I mean, who else? Nobody runs the points. It's hers. It's her tour. It's her promotion.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it because no one's willing to do it. If someone was to step up and come out with a point system,
yeah,
I think that would be, that would be an alternative.
Oh, it would be awesome. The thing is, all I'm saying is that she still owns. It's her tour, and she can decide whether or not she can decide whose points she uses. So, going back to probably a better analogy for a restaurant, you can tell somebody else, hey, you make my menu prices. And then as the owner of the restaurant, you can acknowledge that those are good prices, or you can say, hey, screw you, I don't like that, I'm going to make them myself.
Right.
And it's still your restaurant. Like nobody can make her do with her tour what she doesn't want to do, which I agree with, for the record. I just think that the pressure has to be from someone else to make
here's the thing, Clay, is for so long there was no competition at all, and there was no pressure. Now I think there is a little bit. So I think things are changing a little.
Which is helpful.
And to her credit, I think she's willing to go along with that. I think she's tired of the points conversation just as much as we are.
I agree.
Because she comes out as the bad person in that a lot, and that's not fair.
Well, that's not fair always,
Yeah.
To some of it she's done to herself. But I mean, it's not easy. I can't imagine her, just me running these
Right.
It's not an easy thing to do. You can't make everyone happy.
That's usually going to be the case. Yeah, that's
and the thing is, over time, you start getting. It's kind of like a police officer or someone that works in the emergency room. You get hardened to the things.
right. Yeah.
So I guess I can see both sides of stuff.
It's tough to, especially when you're standing on the outside and you're baffled as to how things are really supposed to work, and then when you find out that it's not actually working that way, it's frustrating, and I can see why players get upset. But at the same time, it's like you say, there's a huge organization going on there. There's a lot of moving parts, and you gotta have tough skin. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, everyone's a great armchair quarterback.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? To her credit, something that she started doing recently, or at least this year, she started posting points like updates after the tournaments are over. And I think that's the play. I think that's really, really good.
Yep. That's way better than it was.
Yep,
for sure.
So kudos where kudos belong.
Yeah, but there's still room for it to improve too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Now we just got to figure out how to make some points. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people know the answer to that question. That's the thing. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Tommy, I got a quick question about Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a dunking booth to where people could pay $10 so I can recover some fees, my travel fees?
We could certainly set one up.
Or just pie throwing. That'd probably be even easier. That way I don't have to keep drying off.
That is so cool. Adam, would you want to throw a pitch at the dunking booth if Clay were sitting in the seat?
If it was Clay?
Yeah.
No. Wait, what's it getting dunked in? Is it just ketchup?
Oh, you know what? It's
probably
IPA.
ranch. It's Oklahoma.
Water.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'd hurl something at him for that.
Cool.
All right. Would you do it if it was Mark?
Oh God, yeah. I'd drive over there right now.
He'd jump in the booth with him and try to drown him. What are you talking about?
I'd take over. I would fill that shit up with a thimble full of water over and over again until it reached up the height that needed to be to dunk him in there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Clay, I think you'd be surprised. We probably wouldn't have that long of a line.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need at least a little bit of a line because it's looking pretty good. I don't have a partner yet, but it's looking pretty good for me to come up there. I was talking with Brandon last night about it at the local here last night, and he was. I didn't realize that Blake was coming in. I was asking him if he was going. He was like, "Yeah, I think so," and he said Blake called him about it, and I was like, "Dang,
hey, maybe you could get in with those guys at the hotel."
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. I mean, the hotel. The rates there aren't that bad. I mean, I'm sure. Do you know if they have rooms left?
We sold out of our block already.
Okay.
Right. I know that Blake and Brandon are staying at the Hard Rock.
Okay.
Out there. So
cool.
Maybe you can get in with them. That would save you on a room.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, it's easy travel for me. I'm not too far down 35, so
yeah.
Just shoot straight on up and hang out for a couple days, even if I don't play.
And there's lots of people looking for partners.
Okay.
Cool.
I know one for sure is Zach Ziegler.
Yeah. Oh, he's good.
He's a great partner for Expert Pro.
Yeah, he's good.
Also, Gabe Borges out of Colorado.
Okay.
So there's a couple good ones.
Here's what I want to know: is there somebody that's like a beginner or a rookie, like a newer player or even a junior, who wants to play open doubles, but nobody will play with them?
Yes, Clay. We have a very large beginner.
Okay. I'm saying this for a reason because I do this.
Rookie players base.
I will play. I'll figure out. I do this at every tournament I play at. I'll play with someone who's either new or they're whatever the situation may be. They are struggling to find a partner, and I'll play with. It's fun to me. Get them a couple wins.
That's cool,
dude. That's awesome.
So that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, I'll get someone for you if that's what you want to do in open doubles. Absolutely.
We'll work it out.
And we'll make sure
somebody who probably wouldn't get a win otherwise. I can carry at least for one win or maybe even two sometimes.
Sounds good. That's awesome, Clay.
Cool.
So Tommy,
I'll message you about it. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Before we let you go, what are your hours going to be like this week? I mean, when do you start working and when do you finish working for this tournament?
Oh God, Tom. If you mean start working, start answering the messages on my phone or the phone.
Well, just like set
Or
up, tear down, that kind of thing.
we're starting to set up on Wednesday.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we'll tear down on Monday, the following Monday.
Oh wow, yeah. So that's that's a good solid 5-6 days of work. And so, what kind of crew do you have there? Do you have a lot of folks helping you out?
We have a 3-man crew.
Wow, really?
As far as setting up the tables, tearing them down, that's Adam Barr, Jeff Miller, and Casey Flores.
Cool. And are they well seasoned when it comes to putting tables up?
Well, they claim to be. We'll see.
This is the acid test, man. Everybody's got to get this right.
Yeah.
How many tables altogether?
Mary seems to have faith in them.
Okay.
25.
25. Nice. That's a decent sized tournament, man. 25 tables. Awesome. So,
hey, Tommy, I got one more question for you here.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future of foosball?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Adam.
That's loaded.
It looks very promising to me, a lot more promising than it has in a long time. After COVID and that time with people having that downtime and all the things that you guys are doing just with social media and all that, it looks promising.
Cool.
I just hope it keeps moving in that direction.
What do you think it needs? Like what?
Well,
how do we go forward?
It starts with sponsorship.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
We need someone that what they do for a living is marketing.
I love it.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
No, that's a highly astute way of putting it because marketing is really where it comes down. Even though we don't necessarily like those people so much, but marketing people have a certain skill set. They do certain things that, when they're successful, it makes things happen.
It's absolutely correct, Tom. And they know how to knock on them doors and the questions how to answer the questions that people ask,
Yeah. And just make
that's why they're pros at it.
Yeah. Make people believe, this is a great product. You want to come with us because we're going places. And that's, it takes a lot of skill to be able to get that message across and make people believers.
Well, another thing is we have to believe to start with.
Oh,
foosball has this stigma, of it's not marketable.
Oh,
well, that's not correct.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's very marketable.
I mean, cornhole is marketable. So
yeah, that should. I mean, that's what I'm saying. With foosball, yeah, it's a little tough to watch if you don't know about it. But
maybe.
The thing is, if you can market poker,
yeah,
you can market foosball.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. It has to be. You have to market the individuals.
Yes.
Just like they do in poker.
Yeah, poker. The thing about poker, why it became so big to watch. It didn't hurt that somebody named Moneymaker, some random accountant, won the main event, but also they make it fun to watch because of Lon McCarran and what's the other dude, Norm something or another, I forget his name.
Norm,
but they are fun to watch, and you can watch like there are certain games that I don't play 7-card. Stud, high, low, split. And I know enough about poker to know that I don't like that game, but they can make it interesting because they are interesting. So it's the spectator value of poker is that there's a story there. The personalities involved are entertaining. Players are entertaining. Announcers are entertaining. So foosball has all that. So the fact that the ball's going at the speed of light and it's hard to follow, like all that's like easy to get past. I've watched poker.
People watch hockey, right?
They do.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make any sense. I've watched hockey. I love it apparently, but it don't make any sense.
Right. And the thing is and with hockey, you have they might fight, they might collide, run each other into the wall. They're missing teeth. They're rugged. It's fast. It's
crazy
it's
brutal.
exciting. But with foosball, like it has all the things. I can sit and watch foosball with a dozen friends in a screen share. They don't know anything about foosball, and it's fun because the game is almost like secondary to the conversation that we're having about it. And now, if you're a foosball fan, that's when it changes. But nobody gets to the fan part if they don't get through that first part, and that's the first part is what we really suck at. We don't have a real big interest in getting people into foosball who aren't currently into foosball. We're trying to figure out how to milk our current players and how to monetize what already exists instead of trying to build a new spectator base or a new player base.
It's making it
raise the offering. Hey man, that's my TED talk. Thanks for coming.
That's the thing, Clay. We have a small pond of active players, and everything has to come from those active players because we don't get the spectators and the other people involved, which is something they do overseas, by the way.
Oh, no doubt.
But why? What's the difference?
It all comes to it comes down to marketing and advertising and getting people excited about things.
Getting pumped up. Getting pumped up.
They start them younger. I mean, they start really young. I mean, they've got the equivalent of like the ASO or Little League stuff over there, right? Like the kids clubs.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have leagues. The thing that I hear in the United States is everything's in a bar. Well, I don't know. Have you been to Germany?
There's a lot of bars.
That's
there
all
too.
bars.
A lot of bars.
I mean, yeah.
No, the training
and
center.
then there's little Germany here in the United States. It's Wisconsin.
Oh, little Germany.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bar on every corner.
Oh my God.
Now we're gonna start busting on cheeseheads here, or what? I mean, is this where we're going?
No, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's so accurate, though, Tommy.
Little Germany.
I mean, it can be done here. We just need the right people in place.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's a concerted effort. It has to be, like you say earlier on, when it comes to being a promoter, you have to get into this because there's no reward financially, but the reward is seeing a sport grow and seeing people get enthusiastic and get charged up and want to do it every day. That has to be the reward.
It has to be for the love of the game. Yeah. But I mean, as it grows, there will be a reward, but it has to get to that point first,
right?
Well, we're doing what we can here, maintaining the level of hopefully quality, with the occasional faux pas with names and stuff. But Tommy, you're a fantastic ambassador for this game, and we're so grateful that you decided to take some time out from your tournament tonight.
All right. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, anytime. Love to have you in fact, let's find out what happened with the tournament once it's over. Let's have you back.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good. Maybe Sunday.
Sunday sounds good to us.
Maybe an update or something.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's connect.
Okay.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get.
So you have to come now, Clay.
I'm literally messaging people right now trying to figure out who all from Dallas is going.
Okay.
Just so I can tag a ride or tag a room or tag a something.
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually pretty much a done deal. I gotta sew up a few details, but I'm gonna, even if I'm not able to play, I will be there to at least hang out and say hi and get slapped a few times. Great.
And you never know, there might be another shooting the shot episode involved there. Tommy, are you ready
I'll be taking the gear. I'll be taking the gear for sure. If I go anywhere, my gear goes with me.
Can I
Tommy,
go ahead.
Yeah. Next Sunday we're gonna have a Dan Kaiser on, so hopefully you guys can kind of intersect. Yeah, and kind of chat, because I don't know if you got a chance to hear. He sat in on a match at Moneyball, but that guy, wow, I don't even know what to say.
Legendary.
Yeah, I did watch that, Adam, and yeah, he's a foosball he's a foosball brain.
Yeah.
Tommy, can I tell you one more thing before we let you go? When you appeared on
Yeah.
shooting the shot with Clay, did you expect any of that? Was that anything that you thought? I mean, that was so off the cuff. What did you think about your interview?
It was a little different.
Mhm.
Did not expect any of it, but I'm pretty open.
Yeah.
If you don't want to know, you probably shouldn't ask me.
Exactly. We love
I'm
that.
maybe a little too honest and blunt at times, but that's who I am.
Can I tell you this? And this is no blowing smoke, man. I think that episode between you and Clay was my favorite shooting the shot. I have to say.
Yeah. I'd
Oh,
agree.
cool. I'm glad y'all liked it.
Yeah.
Clay turned out a good one. Clay's good at getting that stuff out of people. Yeah,
I'm just
the way he
talking to
looks at you while he's over there.
I know.
Hey, this is the thing. Tommy gave me the green light to ask him about anything, and I always tell people at the beginning of those, we can delete anything. This is not live, so if we go somewhere that you are comfortable with in the moment, and then change your mind later, just let me know. And he told me, we actually talked about it at Bardo and in an elevator ride, and he said, "No, man, just ask me whatever, And
nice.
And so I with that kind of green light, when we go there, and it's cool. And the way I look at it is I'm just sitting there talking to my buddy. I don't really think of it as like trying to pull anything out. I think Tommy's interesting, and he's got a hell of a story, and I'm glad that there was a space there to tell it, or at least a small part of it.
And it's there forever and ever. It'll always be there. That story you guys told. So yeah, we're grateful. Well,
we love Tommy, man. Tommy's the man, dude.
I'm starting to tear up here. Jeez.
I don't know about all that, but
no.
All right, gentlemen. Thank
man.
you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm gonna get back in here to my tournament.
Sounds
I've been
good.
gone a while now.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Well, thanks for sticking around.
I look forward to doing an update on Sunday, guys.
Let's do it.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
All right, Tommy.
All right.
Hey,
Bye,
knock 'em
guys.
dead, man. Talk to you soon.
Adios.
And so now I wish I had the theme song to ride them out with, but there you go. Next time we'll have a theme song. So guys, I mean, this is here we Jim and Mark, of course, are celebrating the Easter holiday season with their families. But you know what? I think we're
properly according to you.
Well, no. We're also celebrating the Easter holiday season together as a family.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Pass the ham.
I'm sorry. Are you about to do a segment, Tom?
No.
It's what it sounds like, and we keep messing it up.
Is it going to be any more rabbits and stuff? Because
no, we're
sitting
good.
on a
We're
what?
good. Rabbits? No, it's
no. I'm just curious.
No, the Easter thing happened in the beginning there. We had our laugh.
Okay.
There, but yeah. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just curious. You guys were talking about somebody earlier, and I didn't know who. You kept saying she a lot, but I didn't know who it specifically.
What were we talking about? The points?
Yeah, there was a whole big.
Yeah.
Talking about Mary.
I'm assuming. Oh, Mary. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's she owns the first one.
What?
That's the name of the tour.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. No, we're talking about Mary. No, and I was all right. Now I know because Yeah, she put it on Facebook a while back that she was looking for. I think it was 3, maybe more.
No, they
the
came up with a
council or
list. There was people named to the committee.
Oh, there was. Oh, I didn't know that.
She named them.
I believe that's what the post was about.
I'm getting on Facebook right now.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
You can hear me typing, and I'm gonna go look at her page.
You are a firm typer, by the way.
Firm typer. Yes.
Why do it if it's not going to be firm?
What does that mean?
We're talking about typing. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you think I mean?
What?
This is good radio. Hey, take control, Tom.
This is degrading.
Oh
very
gosh,
quickly.
not to get it back on the rails comment. No, everybody take a drink.
Up against the walls and things.
Where's Jim Stevens when you need him? No, it's
celebrating properly.
Adam, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to last week's episode, but it was shooting the shot. Without without the face-to-face thing. Clay and I are two different places, but it was basically that. We just let it fly, man. I mean, we got into shoes, we got into fashion. I mean, there was all kinds of things that happened last week.
What kind of fashion?
Oh, we're talking about Clay just mentioned that he had bought his first pair of shoes in 10 years.
Oh, okay.
10
I can respect
years.
that.
Yeah.
Now, here in the Northeast, if you don't have shoes, you don't go anywhere because it's cold.
Is that a
out.
weather thing?
Yeah, it's big time. I mean, you could put flip-flops on. It's
I
10
didn't say I
below.
didn't have shoes. Like, that's not fairly telling the story. I didn't say that I didn't have shoes for 10 years.
You shoeless mofo.
You didn't buy new shoes for 10 years. You had the same pairs that you stacked in your closet, basically.
I found a pair that I liked, and I bought everything in their inventory, and that lasted for a decade.
Wow.
Seriously, there's nothing wrong with no, and also how much you use it, like underwear. I think it's been 20 years.
I blow through underwear monthly.
Monthly, bro. Might I recommend doing less calisthenics?
Put the ass in calisthenics. What you mean?
What is even happening?
Hey.
No more protein shakes for you. This is a family show.
It's more of a protein blast, but okay.
Okay. So, Clay, we have a question, and I want to answer this.
We found Tom's limit.
We have a question, right?
That's the line.
I'm just going to glaze right over that, what you just said. We have a question from a listener. Foozer27 wants to know, is the show coming to Twitch next week? When is that all happening? And explain what is going down with Twitch.
Let's see. Let me type this in my browser real quick. Twitch.tv/
right now?
I'm in the middle of a piece of marketing here. Adam, can you please shut the hell up just for 30 seconds?
I'm sorry. I don't know when it is. Put up a neon sign or something.
I'm going to start. Let's try this. Let's try this again. I'm actually typing. Let me put the keyboard closer.
Go ahead.
To my...
Whenever you're ready.
Twitch.tv. You hear me type the TV there, / FoosTalk Live. Enter. We have 36 followers right now.
Nice.
And if you don't know which, and 50 is the number we're going for, and I'll tell you why. If you don't know what Twitch is, first of all, where do you live? And second of all, Twitch.tv. It's a streaming service. It's where mostly gamers are there. There are some foosball streams, like Jason Wicks here. He streams locally on Twitch, and it's free. It's like YouTube, but for live stuff instead of like previously uploaded stuff.
So just to clarify, we would be simulcasting, in other words. So Twitch would be one element, and then of course the podcast, of course, would be the other.
So the podcast itself doesn't change. They still upload it, and it's still if they, for those of you who don't listen live, which I don't know the percentage, but it's a high percentage, I think, right, Tom, that listen on the download. Nothing changes for you. So the podcast app where you downloaded this and where you're listening right now, nothing changes there. And then the added element will be that there will be a live simulcast. Basically, it's like watching us record the podcast, and you can interact with us in a chat that we all see. And you will be on camera. So not that you would want to look at us, but some of the things like the facial expressions and the body language, and it's, if you're into watching stuff live, and there's not going to be any like, holy moly, like blown away graphics or nothing like that. It's very straightforward. It's kind of like sitting in on a Zoom call with the best podcast about foosball in the world.
Right.
I almost did that. Almost nailed that. Let me try again. It's almost like sitting in on a Zoom call with the world's #1 foosball podcast. How about that, Tom? That's pretty good, wasn't it?
Can I clip that? Can we make sure we can?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's do that.
And so if you want to be a part of that, then go to twitch.tv / FoosTalk Live. If you don't already have a free account, create a free account. Let me say free again, because it's free for me to say that. And follow FoosTalk Live on Twitch. And when we have 50 followers, then we'll go. I frankly, I just don't want to do it without an audience, and I don't want to put effort into it because I'm the one doing it. So I'm not going to make it sound like 50 is a magical number for you, the listener. I'm saying for me, I don't want to do it if nobody cares. So show me you care. When it hits 50 followers, we'll start going live on Twitch on the same time we already go live, but it'll just be a. So there you go.
Not 48. not 45, but 50.
Yeah. Now 49 and a half. If it's 49 and somebody follows and then unfollows, like it needs to be a 50.
Okay.
Which is not hard. It's
Yeah.
not. Trust me. There's way more than 50 people listen to this. Way more.
Oh yeah.
Every week.
Oh,
it's so many more than 50.
Yeah.
I was going to make a little promo video and put it on the Inside Foos Facebook page. Is that cool? Or
let's do it. Why not?
Why?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I mean, I don't run
promo.
that.
I mean, yeah, it was just going to be really straightforward. And just to the point, and for those of you out there who don't do this, get you on YouTube right now and start typing reaction videos. And do like reaction videos to "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood" trailer, or reaction videos to Brandy Carlisle singing the joke.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about like fancy video angles like Clay was talking about. You're just looking at us reacting. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing.
Literally a Zoom call. We're in Discord right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is that.
So there you go.
And everybody's doing it anyway, so why not? Why not?
Yeah.
It's we can, the other thing that I think are the advantage here to having a Twitch channel is the fact that if we want to show somebody a specific play that we just noticed or some kind of infraction of rules and we want to show that clip, we can say, so this is what happened. What do you think? And then of course we can get your reaction. I mean, there's just another element there that of audience interaction that we can get into. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, and again, it's free, and there's no pressure to do anything that involves supporting financially or anything like that.
Yeah,
and it's just a matter of like, this is a better way to enjoy. Not a better way. This is an additional way to enjoy the podcast. And if you don't like it, guess what?
You don't have to
don't
do
come.
it. Don't have to do it.
I'm not trying to convince anybody that this is like going to change your life and you'll be eternally happy. I just know that for me, if I always say I'm a fan first. I love foosball. I love foosball media. For me, of all the things that I am, number one is fan. And so as a fan, this is what I would want to see. And this is what I did, by the way. Early in the pandemic, I did the daily Twitch show and it was fun and people liked it. And I just think that kind of stuff is fun, and the live interaction and just being a part. Like, I'm all about the community thing. I'm not much about stage and audience. I love the circle, and that's legit. And that's not even trying to.
That's just
put
just people talking about their favorite topic together.
For sure. Yeah.
It's not nothing fancy, nothing, no bells, no whistles. I mean, we might bring the occasional theme song.
There will always be bells and whistles when you're working with Tom, the Ultimate Pro Robinson.
Oh, stop.
Here, let me say that clearly so you can cut that and have that for an intro. There will always be bells and whistles when you're working with Tom, the Ultimate Pro Robinson. Pretty good.
Okay. All right. You got that out of your system now?
All right. Yes. Calling the UP the up.
I am
Ultimate
grateful
Pro.
beyond grateful. So just let you know, I'm grateful for your words. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And we'll leave it right there. So guys, what is happening? So next week, of course, we've got the big Oklahoma State Championship. We've got some other things happening very soon. Texas State is happening. May 27th through the 30th. I have a feeling Clay will probably be there for that.
You felt wrong, brother. I'll be in Sweden.
Sweden. Oh,
yes,
wow.
Sir.
Wow. Never mind.
Wow.
Adam, what pray tell, where are you headed next when it comes to
I'm going to go to Sweden with Clay.
Oh, yeah.
The hell you are.
It's fun.
We're bunking together, man. No.
It's gonna be fun. I wish I could have gone, but nope. Nope.
Yeah, so the Oklahoma State next weekend, and the weekend after that is Florida State. Of course.
That's right.
RK Promotions.
Right.
Rob Campbell. Anyways, so Inside Foos will be at that. I'm going to be at that, and it'll be a hoot and a half. And then after that, No, it's the end of next month is when, of course, the Texas State is.
Yes.
And I have no idea what's going on until then.
Well, I mean, there's other local tournaments too, obviously, but those are things we're going to share tonight, of course, on our FoosTalk Live tournament beat, which is it's been like 10 weeks we've been doing that now.
I love it.
Again, I urge you, if you're listening and you are aware of a good regional tournament that you'd like to have put on our list, by all means, let us know, man. We need to fill out the list here. I know there's a lot more going on out there. It's just hard to find everything that you're looking for necessarily on Facebook or even online for that matter. But send us your flyer, send us your information at info@foosballradio.com. And simple as that. But always looking to promote this game, no matter where you might be.
And you know what's crazy is talking about foosball and foosball tournaments and info that's hard to find. I have been trying for weeks now to find Leonhardt the World Series, the World Championship Series, World Series.
Yes,
and I have some information. Like somebody did message me after last week to let me know where it was last year, and so I think that's where it's going to be this year too. And I already know the dates, but the thing is, like, I cannot find anywhere. Like if there's like a Leonhardt tournament series schedule, like I can only find like ITSF postings or like tablesoccer.org.
Okay.
Or if it's a local or not local, but if it's domestic here in the States, then it's, IFP usually. But like, I want to go play in Europe in some Leonhardt tournaments.
Nice. Okay.
Can we please get some tournament information for that table somewhere?
Yeah.
Anywhere. Please, somebody send it, please, for the love of all things that are Leonhardt.
And we could even translate. That's never an issue. Never an issue.
Yeah. So you're not going to do them in German?
I by the way, my oldest sister is a German citizen. She's been there since 1969 and speaks
no way
fluent German. Yeah.
Does that mean you know any?
I don't.
You speak? Oh,
Guten Tag.
Okay, there we go. Does that mean somebody sneezed?
No, just good day. That's all it is. Yeah, good day. No, there was a point where when she first moved to Germany to live, and she got married there and all. My mom was taking German lessons on one of these correspondence courses, and she was always practicing German so she could converse with my sister. But yeah, I kind of caught a couple of words here and there, but no, I don't speak it. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to be there in October, or actually September.
Cool.
October. I think it's the beginning of September. I'm going to go and play in a tournament there, and I have never played over there, so that means I'm probably rated whatever the lowest thing you can possibly be rated is.
No, if you get anywhere near Hanover, Germany, there's a training center there, so it's called Tisch Foosball.
Yeah,
and it's a place I went there to play a DYP when I was visiting in 2011, and wow, what a blast! And they had probably 35 players show up for a Friday night DYP. With their, of course, Swiss format. It was the first time I'd seen Swiss format, but it was a blast.
And I've heard about that before, actually, and I that's one of the places that I want to go. I'm looking right now to see how far. Oh, it's only the other side of the country.
Okay,
never mind.
Oh well.
Yeah. All right. Well, so much for that. Yeah, that's a good. It's a couple hundred. Well, actually, I don't know. It's like a 6-hour train ride, so. Maybe it's like a 5-hour drive.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but last week when we had a conversation about Germany, you said something about East Germany.
Yeah, that was the basis of the message that I got. And then the other stuff was just like extra. And this is funny. I'm good. Can I read that? Can I just tell you what?
Please.
I won't tell you who, because they didn't say that it was okay to share, even though it's like my inbox. So I wouldn't really feel too bad if I'd said who it was. But anyways, they said I just listened to FoosTalk Live, and nice things, compliments, so on and so forth. 2 things caught me directly, and one of them is, first of all, St. Wendel is not located in East Germany, which it's actually like it's somewhere else. I think it's southwest. Let me look again. Let me get this right.
What you're saying here, just to clarify, okay? I was not
basically. I said that Florida is where Oregon is. It's kind of how it went.
Just to clarify, Adam, what he's saying here now, and this is evidence that I was not the only one to misspeak last week during the show.
But I said all the words right though.
Oh, you did.
I mean,
I
just didn't know. I didn't know where the
geography.
Yeah, St. Wendel is close to Luxembourg. And it's like southwest Germany. So,
no,
and I said it was in the eastern part of Germany.
To clarify as well, because I know, Adam, I don't think you're of the age either to remember when the Berlin Wall came down. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you do? Okay. So you're aware it was a
communist.
No,
born in '81, so I
Oh,
was, a young
semi-aware.
kid hearing all that stuff as it was happening. I
Dancing.
remember when I was not to bring the whole party down, but I remember the Challenger explosion.
Oh, in '86.
I've been watching this thing on Netflix about that. There's a
because it was me and a bunch of other 6-year-olds were sitting in a cafeteria because we were all watching it, and that happened live. And I just remember the teacher just I've never seen somebody tackle a TV before. But she just like took the whole thing down, and I was like, "Wow, what's going on?"
Yeah. That was brutal. That was live television, man. I mean, there's no taking that back. Everybody was watching. Everybody was watching.
How are they not running with a delay, by the way? Like,
well,
that was pre Janet Jackson, but still.
Yeah, no. It was. I think they just never assumed somebody would drop the F-bomb, during a NASA launch. But that's something I'm sure they've made.
Wait, did that happen? The F-bomb?
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't put a delay system in so they could block out somebody accidentally saying the wrong thing.
I gotcha.
Now,
so you're saying that the delay is for language, and so
is.
They didn't have a concern for the gotcha.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if I told you the story, but after the Janet Jackson incident in broadcasting, we were forced to take the decency test from that time forward. The decency test.
Yeah, because it was you getting naked on TV,
right? Exactly.
So you need to take that.
Because I was a broadcaster, I had to take the decency test every year, and if I failed it, they could let me go. So, yeah.
Give us one question. Give us one question.
Give us like an impromptu indecency test.
Give Clay an indecency test right now.
Now, the motto was, when in doubt, leave it out.
Whip it out.
So
okay, leave it out. Okay.
Right.
I was close. I had the right preposition. I had the right preposition. I had the wrong verb.
So
got it.
Can you tell me?
I don't know if that works
what is the time of the day in broadcasting when something that's quote unquote off color is more acceptable? What is the cutoff point, do you think?
10 p.m. Central.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. You got it. Now, how did you know that?
Because late night television.
Yeah, and that's just my viewing habits.
That's when the news comes on.
Okay, 10 p.m. You're
correct. I
I
actually know that. I've heard that somewhere before. I don't know why. I think something to do with South Park or some nonsense like that. I don't actually know why I know that, but that wasn't even a guess. I actually heard that before.
Do you know what the fine is for broadcast in especially in radio broadcasting? What is the fine for one F-bomb?
Up to $250.
It is actually $235,000. Yeah.
Okay.
$235,000.
Yeah.
For one F-bomb.
Well, I mean, for the record, I was saying up to $250,000. By the way, I knew it was like close to that.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good guess.
It's so dumb,
right?
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
the whole thing is so dumb. I'm incensed by that.
Right, and then all it takes is one complaint. Not like 50 people call the FCC tomorrow because the F-bomb got what was heard. It's
right. We have this whole agreed upon thing. You're watching something basically for free, and we have this whole agreed upon concept of what's wrong or right, and then somebody
let's hear it. Let that hate out, Adam.
Let it go.
It's just so stupid. It's just it's agreed upon discussion or discourse of what's wrong or right, just so other people can decide what's wrong or right, and then they make money on it. And we're sitting around here getting upset because we can't say the things we want to say, and it's such a bunch of crap.
Right.
Sorry,
right.
poo-poo.
No, you're speaking.
I don't even work with that kind of stuff, but that's like been your job for years, Tom, and it infuriates me.
Well, you're preaching to the choir here. It's just to me, it's just okay. Why do I have to worry about this again? And who's being hurt? And what's I mean, generally speaking, most every place I've ever worked, I've never ever heard an F-bomb uttered. In the day of broadcasting. But there was, in this one particular facility where I was working, there were 7 stations. One station down the hall from me, it was like a rock station, and there was a comedian who was in charge of the morning show. And they had comedians coming in and out all the time. They were always, it was entertaining, and they did well. But in a month and a half, they had 2 F-bombs, and the company got charged, $500,000.
Yikes.
So I'm talking to my 5-year-old, right? And I said, my 5-year-old son, and I said the SH word. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that to him. Cause he's in school now. He's in TK or whatever the heck. And he goes, why not? And I was like, well, that's a legit question. And because other people don't like it. And he says to me, so other people don't like it and it's bad. I was like, yeah. And he goes, like murder. And I'm like, well, no, it's not like murder. It's like a word.
It's not
We just
exactly the same.
It's just, but you could see what he's saying. He's 5 and
Yeah.
he's trying to make these connections. Like things
Right.
are bad, things are
Right.
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 You know, and I'm
Well,
like,
if A
I don't
equals
even
B and B equals C, then A equals C. It's the transitive
right. No, it's a
property of
transitive
equality.
property. It's a
Yeah.
transitive property. You're absolutely right. But he's obviously peering through the BSH, as you would say, right? Or no, bull SH. Anyways, I
Right.
don't know. The whole thing. It's just infuriating, and I'm like, these are the things we freaking worry about. Give me a break.
Yeah. No.
I have a different conversation with my kids if I like we're actually driving back from the park today and I had Limp Biscuit on. I thought it was
There you
I thought
go.
it was the censored version and it wasn't.
Oops.
And he
Which
dropped
song?
Faith.
Yes.
Yes. And so, that part where he goes, it's like the music just breaks and he goes, "Get the F up." And, well, he drops the hard F bomb. And my little boy says, "Oh, he said a bad word." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's be like that sometimes." And the thing is, like, my philosophy is with language that I don't want my kid to think that words are bad. I want my kid to know that some people are offended by certain language. So it's not the word that's bad, and you're not bad for saying it, but just aware that you can't tell your teacher to shut the hell up. Like, that's not
Well,
okay.
right.
But if you're like playing with your friends or you're like doing role playing nonsense and you're just being silly, like there's no actual thing wrong with shut the hell up. Like, context is relevant.
Right.
So yeah, and
No,
it was Limp Bizkit that spurred that conversation.
I
So
love
shout
that.
out to you, Fred Durst.
Yeah, Fred Durst has been spurring these kind of philosophical conversations for decades.
Well, now that Mr. Rogers is gone, someone else had to fill those shoes and that cardigan.
And we're not even going to ask what Limp Bizkit actually means. We're just going to move on.
Do you know what it means? Because I do. I'm comfortable having that conversation.
I do not. I do know, and I don't have comfortable. I am not comfortable having that conversation.
Okay. All right, Tom.
Wait,
back
Tom,
to
do
you.
you know?
Yeah. Huh. No, I was just going to say, Foo Fighters have a song called "It's Just Words," right?
Yeah.
And they dive all over the F bomb on that, and they're right though. It's just words. So unless it's something intended to be hurtful or injurious to someone's reputation, or somehow make someone else look smaller because of who they are. I mean, the word is a word.
Well, that's why I say that the words aren't bad. It's the context that can make the words bad. So,
right.
F by itself is not a problem.
Right.
But if you're in church saying, "Let's raise the effing offering," then it's a problem, right? So it's
it would
the F word is not bad. Yeah, the F word itself is not bad. It's just not.
On your previous issue before, when it came to finding the Leonhardt worlds, by the way, Reese Roberts of London, England, has just provided you
I knew he would say something. I knew it. Thank you, Reese.
Yes, he's provided you with an address you can reach. You can go to, let's see here, it's dtfb.de. So dtfb.de.
So that's a German website for the DE. And then the DTFB, that sounds like, I'm going to say the English pronunciation, like Dutch Tisch.
Fußball.
Something to do with,
Deutsch.
And then Facebook.
Deutsch Tisch Fußball.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that game.
Yeah. Yes, you
like
are.
just figuring out what things might mean. See,
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
DE. See, that's the kind of that is the product of live. Having something live here, and
it just happened. And he also Reese adds that he thinks that Tornado and Leonhardt Worlds are on the same weekend.
They are, and guess which one I'm not going to? Yeah, and that's actually nothing to do with IFP. Worlds is, if I can only go to 5 tournaments a year, that's like number 5 for me.
Okay,
if we were doing it, it sounds like a joke. Actually, I'm being 100% serious. For me, my 5 tournaments, if I can only go to 5, it's Texas State's number 1, Bardo's number 2, Colorado State number 3. And I like to leave myself a little space, so I'm not going to name a 4th, and then Worlds is number 5.
Nice. Oh, well, that means we'll see each other again soon.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just not at Worlds this year because I am 100%
Mm-hmm.
going to. That's the weekend of the 31st, which often falls on Labor Day weekend. So
Right.
yeah, and it's always Labor Day weekend for some reason.
Always.
I know that IFP is the Tornado Worlds or the Tornado Championships that IFP puts on. It's
Mhm.
Labor Day weekend every year, and then Leonhardt Worlds is that same. It's either that week or the following week every
Okay.
year. So usually, I think it's the first weekend of September. And I wanted to go last year, and in 2020, I actually had travel plans already. I was gonna be there, and then COVID happened, so
Right.
I didn't
Yeah.
get to go. So
Well,
I'm definitely going this year.
do you think that now that COVID has started to be less of a factor, do you think we may see some more European players come back to Tornado Worlds?
This year, I don't think it'll be this year. I
No.
think Vegas didn't have quite the international turnout that a lot of people
Right.
expected,
That's
but there
true.
were. I mean, it wasn't like a 0% participation. But there normally is a pretty good representation in Vegas for the Hall
Hmm.
of Fame Classic when it comes to international players.
Right.
And this year was nice to see the ones that were there, and it will be nicer to see when things are quote unquote back to normal. I think right now that the American players are showing up in such a high number that it kind of hides the fact that
Hmm.
international players aren't yet. It's the pain in the ass to travel internationally, dude. Still,
It
like
is.
right now,
Oh yeah.
still.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
No, we haven't seen our relatives because of it for quite a few years now because of
yeah,
the hassles. So hopefully
yeah.
that
I just haven't seen mine because I don't like them. Yeah,
Nice.
that was one of the they say it's silver linings. I was so happy to just be able to stay home and not have to make up excuses for holidays. Just I can't go. Sorry, lockdown.
There you go. That probably put a lot of a lot of people in that same situation. Like, oh, thank goodness we don't have to go deal with Uncle Jack this year. Oh, damn, that's great. That's so good. Because Uncle Jack may be just a little on the, who knows?
Who knows?
Crazy Uncle
What do you
Jack.
mean? Oh, crazy Uncle Jack. Yeah.
Crazy Uncle Jack.
I've got an Uncle Ed that's like that.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
It's all good old Uncle Pawpaw. That's who I blame.
Uncle
It's a
Pawpaw.
mythical. Yeah, Uncle Pawpaw. Uncle Pawpaw is the brunt of many jokes. What is brunt, by the way? I actually just said a word that I don't know what it means.
Hey, by the way,
Brunt.
guys,
No, that's right.
We have a
I know I
caller.
said it right, but I don't.
It's been a while. We have a caller. We have Brad on the line. Brad, what's up, man?
Hey, dudes, what's going on, man?
Hey,
Hey, look, man.
Are you in the mix from Hawaii tonight? Is that what the deal
I
is?
am calling you from the Big Island of Hawaii. Yes, I am.
Nice.
Look at this guy.
Wow.
I wanted to call and
Brad
find out how Adam's doing because, I didn't see him on Sunday and obviously didn't get to give him a big aloha. But
I know. I'm
hopefully-
excited. I'm bummed that I didn't get the big aloha, and I'm bummed because that was the first time I ever got to meet you this weekend. By the way, folks, that's Brad Anderson, who has, as Jim has told me multiple times, called more matches with Brad than anybody else in the world.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is correct.
And then Jim gives me like a punch in the face every time he says that. But Brad, it was so much fun hanging out with you.
It was fun. Because every once in a while, like I say, I try to show up because I'm trying to pad my numbers a little bit. I went to Texas State. I did do a single match down there. I was entirely engaged the whole time talking to people, but
Right.
no, but it was fun to get back in the booth for a little while. The gal that was kind of in charge up there, I thought it was kind of funny. She asked, wondering who was going to do a match with Jim, and she's like, "Well, have you done this before?"
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking about Ashley.
I did a couple matches here and there.
Yeah, once in a while.
But
Here and there.
and then of
Jim
course
killed me.
the 2 of the 3 matches I did were Brandon Moreland and Trevor Park.
Oh,
But
yeah. I heard your
I
commentary, by the way,
picked the 2 good ones to watch.
Now, your commentary was spot on yet again, even though it's been a while. I mean, you guys just fell right back into it. Just sounded fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know that, but I've done more matches with Jim Stevens than anyone else.
Yeah.
He has done more matches with Jim Stevens than me. And also, so this raises the question, Brad, where exactly is it that you retired to? Because I didn't catch that the entire weekend. You never brought that up over and over again.
We are on the island of Hawaii, the Big Island.
Oh,
We're about a half hour south of Hilo. We're near Pahoa.
nice.
And,
Yeah.
we got a house here, and way too many plants and trees and stuff in the backyard.
Yeah.
So that keeps us
I hope you
concerned.
start cutting that stuff down.
We don't. No, we have. Believe me, we have.
Good. Good. Let nature know who's boss.
No, I just like to say I want to make sure Adam was okay, because whether it was COVID or all that vodka you had in your room.
What do you mean vodka? Never blame the vodka. That was the whole point. Was like there was your group area to commiserate. Then I got sick. That's what bummed me out.
Yeah, Adam came down with a case of vodka 19. Actually,
vodka 19.
There you go.
I like that.
I'm so progressive.
Yeah, and I wanted to call in earlier. Get into that conversation about proper name pronunciation and Mark Torres' bathroom habits. But
oh wow.
It's maybe I should stay away from that.
No, it's fine because we all go there.
Yeah.
Not the same place, but we all go there. No, it's
there's a book like that, I think.
Yes,
there is.
No, it's literally there's a toilet book that's like it's called the Karma Putra.
Karma Putra.
Are you serious?
That's a real. That's not even a joke, by the way. That's just look it up on Amazon. It's
I'm glad I called, because this whole thing's gone straight to the curb.
Yep.
Yeah, and I can tell you when it happened, Brad. Actually, I can point to the moment that it started going down.
Maybe 5-6 minutes ago.
Something like that. I'm not pointing fingers. I actually have a question about Hawaii, because I just, for whatever reason, this just dawned on me that when you said you lived on the main island there, which probably nobody knows because you'd never talk about it ever. It's like half the size of DFW apparently, and or maybe, and it makes me like you're in the middle of the ocean. Where does the fresh water come from?
We get a heck of a lot of rain here.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that like what does the salt not get sucked up when the rain...
like it's once the evaporation and everything that tends to get
okay. I don't know anything about what I don't even know what is science is not my jam.
So where I am, like I'm on the Big Island, that's the youngest island in the chain, and water, like you don't have your standard, like say your big city water utilities and things like that. At least where I am, a lot of places have what they call catchment systems. They're just great big tanks out in the backyard. They catch rainwater, and then they have purification systems. But we're in a community association area, whatever you want to call it, and they actually have a well, so we get a water supply that way.
Cool.
But yeah, it's almost like living in a foreign country.
Almost. Yeah, almost.
But a beautiful foreign country.
Oh, it's great.
A paradise. Is what
I'm not sorry that we moved. Although,
how many times do people ever utter the phrase there, I can't wait to get out of here?
I haven't heard that. But then again, I don't know anybody here either. We haven't been here long enough.
Well, you do know our fellow Fooser, Bob Boudier.
I have yet to actually meet Bob face to face. We've chatted online a few times. Yep. He's jonesing real bad to play some foosball.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he wants to play real bad. Yeah. So
unfortunately, foosball ain't a thing here.
Right, there's no tables, and to get one shipped there, I understand it's over $500-600 just to have it shipped there.
I talked briefly with Ryan Moore at the tournament over the weekend, and he's kind of vending tables now, and conversation never really went anywhere. But I talked to a couple of people. Yeah, shipping is the prohibitive factor. Yeah. Because, and from what I understand, it's not just weight or size or whatever it might be. Because it falls into some sort of weird classification, then they just charge a bunch more money for it.
Right.
So I don't think there's going to be any foosball tables in here, because I was actually thinking about maybe trying to get a couple over here and get them onto some locations and see if we could get some people playing. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
so of all the things that are amazing about Hawaii, we found the downside is that there's no Amazon next day shipping.
Not next day. I've ordered stuff on Amazon. I've got it in 3 days.
Oh,
so it depends on what it is. And there's some stuff you just can't get here.
Right.
I wanted to get a front tire for my motorcycle. Not going to ship it here.
Understood.
So, does everything fly there? Is that how most things ship?
Not everything. A lot of stuff comes in on containers. Containers and ships.
Yeah.
Small stuff, yeah, lighter things. They bring. I've seen Amazon cargo planes parked on, like, say, even on Maui's airport, and I'm sure they come into Honolulu many times a day. So
Right. But
anyways, Vegas might be my last hurrah as far as tournaments, at least for the foreseeable future.
Oh, okay.
It's
costly to get mainland, I take it.
Well, it's 5.5 hours just to the West Coast.
Wow.
So right now, let's see, it's 4:59 p.m.
Yeah, I was going to say it's 5 o'clock there. So, wow.
Oh my God. But on Sunday, are we still on the same day at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jim and I had this weird conversation, and this is absolutely completely unrelated stuff, but so Hawaii and Arizona don't do daylight savings time. So I was going, what happens if I drive across Hoover Dam into Arizona? What time is it? Because so right now I'm 3 hours different from Las Vegas. But if I drive into Arizona, what time is it? And I don't think we ever actually resolved what that might be, because he gave me some weird, very convoluted Mark Torres-like explanation.
Oh, I remember that conversation. I remember that conversation because Jim showed up late Thursday night, and we were just over there at the Pseudo Splash Bar, and you guys started talking about time changes and stuff, and that's when I was like, check.
Yeah. So how, like I say, well, you were involved in one of our breakfast conversations, so we go all sorts of different directions.
Yeah.
Jim and I we've been doing this stuff for so long.
I'm kind of doing the Jim thing here because we are up against it when it comes to our time limit for the podcast.
Right.
I apologize.
Put a quarter in the jar.
But you know what? This is something we'd like you to chime in earlier if you can. Sometime in the near future here, FoosTalk Live, because we'd love to hear more about Paradise.
Yeah.
Even if there's no foosball.
I've been meaning to call in, but it's like I said, that the time difference, and it just kind of ends up, like I say, in the middle of the day, and it throws me off a little bit. But
gotcha.
Plus I'm so far removed from the foosball world nowadays. I go to the tournament and I see all these people, like I have no idea who they are, or I've heard their names, or I've
enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. But, Steve, chatting Steve Murray online, he goes, "Well, to see you Texas, right?" No, I don't think so. But
but you want to come back.
You will.
You want to come. You will.
And I think I
bring that chocolate.
Yeah.
Bring that chocolate.
Sounds like a song by Barry White.
No, he brought the best chocolate.
Wow.
What's that?
Clay, that's a good point.
Coming up next on 107.5, Oasis. Bring Barry White. Bring that chocolate.
Baby, bring that chocolate.
Oh, okay. Well, Brad, unfortunately, we do have to cut it short. But hey, it's great to hear from you, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing you maybe in 2023 or something like that. Who knows?
You never know. Like I say, I put a thing on Facebook if somebody finally comes up with some sort of teleportation device.
There you go. That'll happen.
Wants to pay me, pay to have first class airplane seats. That'd be good too.
Sweet.
How much time we have left, Tom?
Well, we are over the line. So
why? Where do you got to go?
Yeah. Well, so Brad,
where you got to go?
Aloha, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Take care.
Brad is my number one, number two of all time.
He's great.
Wow.
Absolutely.
We're like 2 minutes over. Is this going to cut off on the?
Well, we're going to find out. But we do have this one last feature for you. It's FoosTalk Live's Foosball Beat. And guys, man, this has been a lot of fun, even without Jim and Mark. Actually, especially without Jim and Mark.
Wow.
Oof. But let's do it again soon. And thanks for tuning in to FoosTalk Live.
Foosball tournaments are everywhere. FoosTalk Live proudly presents a weekly update of events near you with the FoosTalk Live Tournament Beat. Here's what's up. Next weekend, it's the 2022 Oklahoma State Championships. April 22nd through the 24th at Magoo's, 5002 South Memorial, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here comes the first 518 Foosball Club Monsters Smashdown Limited. Swiss Format, April 23rd at Trick Shots Billiards and Wicked Eatery, Clifton Park, New York. Register in advance at 518 Foosball Group Facebook page, limited to 24 players. That same weekend, the GFB Foosball Tournament, April 23rd. GFB Scottish Pub, 32 Old Orchard Street, Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Get ready for the $10,000 Florida State Championships, April 28th through May 1st. Holiday Inn St. Petersburg North, 3535 Ulmerton Road, Clearwater, Florida. Don't miss Texas State 2022, the Players Championship, May 27th through the 30th at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Marriott Hotel, Dallas, Texas. Later this summer, it's the 2022 ITSF World Cup and World Championships, June 28th through July 2nd, Nantes, France. The South Florida Foosball Club proudly presents the 2022 Beachtown Beatdown, July 15th through the 17th in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Registration details coming soon. Don't forget the 2022 National Championship North American Cup, July 20th through July 24th. It's been moved to the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, Lexington, Kentucky. It's the first annual Ozark Open, Sunday, August 15th, 2588 North Gregg Street, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Just announced the 2022 $10,000 Michigan State Foosball Championships, sponsored by Foos Gadgets, September 30th through October 2nd at the Hilton Garden Inn, Lansing West, Lansing, Michigan. Each week, we do our best to give you the most up-to-date listing of foosball tournaments near you. If you have an event you would like to add, send us all the details at info@foosballradio.com. Tune in every week for the FoosTalk Live Foosball Beat. FoosTalk Live is a product of Inside Foos, all rights reserved. Brought to you in part by InsideFoos.com, Protectoflex, Rodlock, 518 Prince, Foosballers the Movie, the USTSO, and Foosball Clubs USA. Tune in again next week for another episode of FoosTalk Live. In the meantime,
we'll see you foozin'.